morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are having a beautiful start to the day. And we're going to be doing another episode of the podcast. So we've been banging out these episodes hard and fast. And this is another day and another opportunity to talk to you guys directly about your transformations and what is going on in your lives. So we are live across YouTube, Facebook, soon Instagram. We're just banging all the feeds out. So if you're coming into this one live, guys, you know what to do. Get down in the comments. Let us know that you're here, and we're going to kickstart this in 2 minutes. And this is going to be a live where like totally unscripted, but just thinking out aloud around the thoughts that kind of go through my head and when I'm trying to become a better coach and help out on a grander scale. So you know the drill, team. If you're coming into this one, get down into the comments. Let us know you're live. If you're watching on replay, it's very simple. You want to get down in there and say replay. So that way we know who's dominating and who's struggling. And so we can try to reach out. Hello, Maxi. How are you, legend? Love that I have your company. Hello, JC boy, my favorite man. What's going on, buddy? I say that to everyone, don't I? Nah, but you're one of the greats, JC. You're one of the greats, mate. So nice to see you on the weekend and still thriving and looking bloody mint. I'll tell you that. We're going to kickstart this one in 1 minute, guys. Hello, JD. Star. Oh, I like that. More stars, please. That'd be nice. I hope you've had a great start to the week, Jade. What is happening, team? So we're going to be talking a little bit about what this is all about, and probably going to get a little bit reflective and deep here, do I say? I do that a little bit, don't I? I do that a little bit. All right, guys. So I reckon we're pretty good. I wish I was feeling mint. Yeah, shift work will do that to you, dude. You're one of the brave ones doing what you do, mate. All right, so I'm going to bring in the crowd on IG for anyone that wants to watch over there. And I reckon we are ready to rock and roll. What do you say? Totally unscripted. Let's have a chat. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts as well on this episode as we're rolling, guys. Let's get stuck into it. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back to the Better Body Academy podcast. This is the podcast that you come to when you are sick of the dumb diets and unsustainable workout programs. In today's episode, I want to have a very unscripted chat with you guys about life and transformation. Firstly, I hope you've all had a banger of a weekend and starting on a Monday with fire. But that's actually the subject of today's podcast. I know for those of you that are in Oz, it's still the weekend for me right now, but I know the ones that are in Oz are feeling like, a lot of guys are feeling like, fucking Monday. I just hate Mondays so much. Let me know in the comments if that's you. Like, be honest. Be honest. If you're like, Mondays suck ass. If that's you, I get it. And the reason I get it is because at a certain point in time, that was me as well. I fucking hated Monday. Monday for me was just like, let me get through the week so I could try to get to a Friday so I could enjoy some beers. And then all of a sudden, the weekend, the 2 days of the weekend seemed to go at like warp speed. And before that I knew it, it was fucking Monday again. What is going on here? I was trapped in this period of where like it definitely felt like Groundhog Day. Every day was like the last and nothing changed. And guess what? Nothing changed because nothing changed. My life is very, very different now. And the reason is, and I'm not trying to say this from a pompous perspective, is the reason is because I have purpose and intention in what I'm doing. So this got me thinking this morning, what is the point of it all? Like, what are we actually trying to do here? What are we actually trying to do? Whether you're in a transformation or you're going to work, you're trying to make more money. We put all this stress on ourselves to make more money. We have these entanglements with our partner where we try to make our relationships better, or we spend our lives trying to find a partner. Like, what is the fucking point of it all? Like, what is the point of it all? I don't know. I'm not religious, so I find it really, really difficult to answer this question. And no knock on religion. I just find it really difficult to answer this question. What is the actual point of it all? You know, for me, because I'm not religious, my dad used to say to me, well, the point of it all is to reproduce. I'm like, the fuck does that mean? He used to say it's to reproduce, as in to have kids. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't hit at all. For me, I can only conclude that the point of it all is to have a really good time, a really fucking good time while you're here. Because you're here for 80 to 100 years, and then you kind of get to the end and you're gone, right? And lots of people don't like talking about this, and I totally get it. And I think part of the reason they don't like talking about it is because they don't like what they're doing right now, right? If you feel like you're not living a big life, then you don't want to confront how you're feeling because you feel like life is passing you by. So when you step back, most of us want to improve three things: how much money we make, so our career, we want to improve our relationships, and we want to improve our health. But the reason we want to do those things is because we think that somehow they are going to leverage us into having a better experience and enjoying ourselves more and having a better life, right? And I think that that's partially true. I definitely think that's partially true. But I also think that part of the actual joy of life and grinding is when you're in the grind and you start to become the sort of person that enjoys the process, not just the outcome on the scales or how you look in the mirror. You actually start to become part of the process, and you fucking love the process, and you would never change that. So the question I've got for you in this short episode is, why are you in a transformation? Why are you investing so much time in trying to lose weight? Why are you investing so much time in trying to get toned or build muscle? Why are you doing it? Because if the answer to that question, straight up, if the answer to that question is because I want to lose weight, what do you think it's going to be like the moment that it's pissing down raining outside, or your husband comes home or your partner comes home and he's in a shit mood and he tells you, what is it? So we've got one saying health risks. Okay, cool. Health risks. Why? This 3 letters, why, is so important. So Parkinson's Hub on the comment says it's mind health too. Agreed. Why is it important though? Why is it important? If you don't actually have the 5-level deep reason, and we don't, like, everyone kind of avoids thinking at this level because they think that it's like too complicated or too hard. No. I'm just asking you. So I'm going to do it for myself. Let's say one of my goals this year was to get in the best shape that I've ever been in physically. Okay. My mental health is great. I wanted to get in the best shape I've been in physically. Why is that important to me? Ask myself the question. Well, straight up is because as I become a dad, I'm starting to realize how important it is that I be the example, not talk about the example and how it should be done. That's the first reason. The second reason is because when I aesthetically and physically feel good, that makes me more confident to be able to deliver the message that I believe in so deeply. Okay, keep going a level deeper. Why is that important? Well, because from the conviction perspective, I care most about giving the biggest impact that I can possibly give on a daily basis every single fucking day, because my life has been changed through fitness, through health, through eating better. It's been changed, and I want other people to feel that same thing. Why is it so important that I role model for my kids? Because my dad was a fucking amazing role model. Not the smartest guy, but just an incredible work ethic, and to be able to build himself up from being a migrant that landed in this country in Australia, not being able to speak English, to actually building his own small business, providing for his family, having a great retirement, and then instilling that in me. I want to instill the same thing in my kids times 100. Why? Because I believe that growth is the key to happiness. I feel the most shittest when I'm doing the same thing that I was doing last week, last year. I feel the shittest. It's not getting a great body that makes you happy. It's working on yourself and growing as a human that makes me happy. And I dare say that you would find the same thing. So when the alarm goes off in the morning, and I think that everyone thinks that I'm just meant to be fucking motivated, like I'm just going to be pumped when I wake up. Truth is, I'm not pumped at all. Like, I'm not pumped at all. But I know clearly why I'm getting up. And that's the difference. And so I reach over and still smash the button to turn the alarm off. But then I get out of bed when the voice is telling me, stay asleep. The voice is still saying, stay asleep, but I get out of bed. And I'm getting out of bed because for me, it's not about looking good or losing weight. It's about the fact that I have a fucking mission to prosecute in the world. And I can't let the people down that believe in me and need to hear this message. It's because I owe my kids a fucking inheritance that is greater than giving them money. Everyone talks about giving their kids, trying to work all their life to give their kids an inheritance. So they give their kids $1 million, but the kids don't know how to look after themselves. They don't have confidence. They suffer from the same pains that we suffered as kids. And all we're doing is just passing that on. For me, if I skip a gym session, or it's not, and that doesn't mean training every day. Let's make a difference here. I'm not talking about training every day. I'm talking about when you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it, what that compounds into is, oh, it's not important if you cut corners. My kids see that and they think, oh, dad cuts corners. It must not be that important. What greater fucking inheritance could you give your kids than to believe in themselves? And that's hard because it means that you've got to hold yourself to a higher standard. Would you agree? Like, that's really, really hard to do. So you choose your hard. You can either watch your kids struggle, and that's really hard because you didn't set the example, or you can do what's really fucking hard right now. Get up, get your ass out of bed, even when it's fucking cold and you don't want to leave the comfort of your sheets or the warm person next to you, and you can get up. In terms of motivation, it's a gulf of distance between someone who is getting up to lose weight. Oh, I got to go to the gym because I got to lose weight. That will not fucking last because it's one level deep. Everyone's trying to work out, like, why can't I stick to it? Why can't I stick to my calorie deficit? Why can't I stick to my meal plan? Why can't I just like motivate myself? It's because you don't know why you're doing it in the first place. That's the reason. Why do I find it so hard to stick to it and to follow through on my word? Because it's not blatantly clear to you why you were doing it in the first place. If you get very fucking clear why you're doing it in the first place, all of a sudden you start to get really motivated. So how do you actually do it? You turn your phone off. You have a good sleep, firstly, and then you turn your phone off. And then you get up one morning, an hour earlier, and you say to yourself, what am I trying to do here? Like, what's my goal? What's my actual goal? Okay, my goal is to lose weight. My goal is to get in shape. Whatever it is for you, it doesn't matter. My goal is to make more money. My goal is to have a better relationship with my wife. Whatever it is. Okay. And then you sit there in silence And you say, why is that important? And then at start, you'll come up with blank. You'll have no idea. Why is that important? Why is that? Like, why do I actually care? Why do I actually care? Oh, it's because of my kids. Like, I really just genuinely want to be the role model for them. That's it. Oh, it's because I'm 30 kilograms overweight and have insulin resistance. And my doctor said, if I don't do something about this, I've got 20 years left. Okay. So why is having just 20 years left important? Like, why is that a problem? Because if I've only got 20 years left, then I feel like my life's being cut short. Okay. So why is your life being cut short a problem? Fuck. Because I want to be alive. Okay. Why do you want to be alive? Why is that important to you? Because I feel like I haven't experienced as much as I could possibly experience. Okay. And why is that important for you? Fuck's sake, Jess. Like, really? Do we need to go to this level? Yes, we fucking do need to go to this level. Because you've got to get clear in what it is that's driving this. Well, because my dad died at 60 years old and I just feel like he just didn't get the most out of life. He like worked his entire life and then that was it. He just dropped. Fucking now we're getting somewhere. And so tomorrow morning, instead of just getting out of bed because you're just hoping to be motivated, which probably 2 out of 3 times you won't be, instead you're getting out of bed because you don't want to be like your dad who died at 60 of diabetes. You want to work and put yourself into a position so that you can experience life and go to fucking Japan and take your kids whale watching and climb Mount Everest or whatever it is for you. But unless you're clear in what that actually is, it's just going to keep coming back to, I just didn't have any motivation. Well, because you didn't know why you were doing it in the first place. When people have this conversation with themselves about purpose, it kind of, they're looking for some like esoteric fucking meaning that's like really deep and spiritual and confusing. It doesn't need to be like that. It doesn't need to be like that. Like, you don't need to be reincarnated and come back as a fucking spirit animal. That's garbage. That's like hippie shit. I'm just asking you a simple question. Why do you care? I get really reflective on a Sunday when I get a little bit of time to myself and I sit back and go, fucking hell, I worked hard this week. Like, I'm so tired, but I feel great. I feel fucking great because I'm doing something that's helping me grow. And when I grow, I feel happy. When I grow, I move closer to the life that I'm trying to create for myself and my family. When I grow, I feel amazing. You see the difference? So guys, I'm going to cut simply there as a short podcast episode. Like, if you listen to this episode and you're kind of like, yeah, that's a good point, Jace. Like I know I want to lose 20 kilos, but I'm not really clear exactly why. Then don't just let this be a conversation that goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I challenge you to get yourself a little black book like this and just write in it, like today, like now, write in it, I want to lose 20 kilos. And then underneath it, write why. And then when you got a bit more time this afternoon, perhaps when you're not working, come back to it and be like, actually, why? Like, why does this even matter? This becomes an absolute game changer. Rather than trying to discover your purpose, how about you make the goal to live with purpose? This has been the Better Body Academy podcast, coming to you for another day. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, you can search Better Body Academy podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, anywhere you get podcasts, and you'll find us there. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, great stuff, Levi, too. Mate, I mean, you're a classic example. Floating, dude. And now look at you. People would look at you from the outside, Levi, and go, fucking hell, that guy's motivated. Like, he's so motivated. Dude, you're not motivated. You looked around and you've seen your wife and your family and you went, fuck, man. It's about time I step up for you guys, right? And that feels great. How good does it feel? Kath says, money doesn't buy happiness. No, it makes it a bit easier, Kath. I will say that. The statement money doesn't buy happiness, I think, is like a very confused statement. It's like, yeah, it's true, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't want more money. Like, wanting more money for me is really important, because what that does is allows me, like, at a certain point in time, more money doesn't, like you're saying, give you infinite levels of happiness. But what it does is leverages you to be able to share a message and to be able to reach more people and to be able to do more stuff. Like, for example, if your best friend or your mum comes to you and she says, well, I've got no money, I can't do anything. Like, I've got to go into a retirement home. How good would it be for you to be able to say, well, I'll pay for a full-time carer for you, as an example? Money mindset is a whole different conversation, but your point definitely stands, Kath, and I totally get what you're saying, mate. Good morning, Jules. I hope you're well. Any thoughts on the podcast, guys? Pop them into the comments. Parkinson Hub, cheers on Instagram. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully it was helpful. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Peace out. See you soon.